What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G Glow.
And it's your girl Melissa.
And as y'all see as the title today, we dropping that vlog that y'all been waiting on, the story of honesty. So we really excited for it right now. And before we sit down, get everything set up, and we start talking, we just wanted to, show you guys the kids and everything. They both sleep. It's still early. It's a little early right now. So
Yes.
it's Kason. He knocked out in our bed. He always be trying to be in our bed. Yeah, he knocked out. I don't even want to wake him up because as we vlogging, while we vlogging, I don't want to wake nobody up. I don't want them to sleep, so we don't got to keep going up. Getting up.
Look at this girl.
Now, look at honesty. She up.
She like
She up.
probably bring her in.
What's up, baby girl? Yeah, we probably gonna bring her in towards the end. She's still eating right now, so.
Yeah.
Say what's up, YouTube. She happy. Today we gonna say out my story.
Hey girl.
Look at her smile. Look at her smile.
Mama.
Yeah, y'all. She really be reacting with us. Y'all probably just don't be seeing when we put on the camera, but when we here with her all day, she be smiling with us, laughing and all that type of stuff. But anyways, we finna get set up right now. We finna get everything set up. We finna start the story of honesty. So yeah, we'll be right back.
You guys, we're back, and so we're so excited to tell you guys about the story about honesty. And so, yeah, just keep watching. Do not end this video because it gets very
It gets really deep. It's gonna get deep.
It does get deep.
And I'm not gonna lie, like as we talking about it, we're gonna be 100% honest with y'all from the beginning of the day when she had whatever she was going through whenever she had to deliver honesty. And from then and now, we're just gonna be straight up honest with y'all. We're gonna tell y'all every little detail as we're vlogging and everything too, talking. I'm gonna be putting pictures up of I'm gonna be putting them up right here, right next to me, just of her and when she was in the hospital, just stuff like that, And as we talk, I'll let y'all know the pictures will be adding up right here. So other than that, yeah, y'all, we finna just get straight to it. All right, let's go.
So I'm gonna start off by going back to January 9th. So January 9th, me and Glory, he asked if I wanted to go to his brother's wrestling match.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah. And I felt good. I just had an appointment the 8th. And they checked the baby. Everything was normal. Nothing was wrong. And so I went to the wrestling match. I felt good. It was normal day. I felt her moving around. Everything was normal. And so that night, I started to feel sick. I started to feel these weird cramps and just pain everywhere. And so then I just started thinking I know something's not right. And so then I just still kept feeling it, and I started to feel like I had to throw up. And so then I went upstairs and I was telling my mom I don't feel good. I kept running into the bathroom and she's like, I think you're about to go into labor. I was like, no, I know something's not right because she's always moving at it was 3 o'clock in the morning. She's always up at that time, and I wasn't feeling her kick or nothing.
And before you finish, and y'all probably wondering you ain't saying nothing about Glory. Where was he at? We're not gonna lie, we're gonna be straight up and forward. Around that time when she was pregnant with honesty, we weren't on good terms. We were getting together, breaking. No, we just weren't on good terms. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get too deep into details because we're talking about us and honesty, but it's more about honesty. We're telling her story. Like I said, I wasn't at the time. She was at her mom's house staying there, and I was staying with a friend, and we just weren't on good terms around that. We were just living separate and all that. So yeah, we were just
we were both just...
So yeah, go ahead and finish where you were. I just wanted to say that, so then they're wondering, where was he at? Just to let y'all know.
Right. And so then, like you were saying, I ended up calling the nurse line because my mom was telling me so how bad does your stomach hurt? She just kept talking to me. I was I just know it's something not right. She's not moving. And so then we called the nurse line. She was like, how bad are your contractions? I was telling her this is bad. She was like, well then if you don't have a ride, call the ambulance. And then I was thinking I think did I call you once I don't know if I called you once or not, but like he was saying, we were on good terms, but like it was always like I would always start the arguments at night, and so like we weren't really but I don't remember if I called you or not. But
No,
I don't know.
I don't think you didn't.
The first
call
thing
me.
I
Let's
was
keep- I'll let them know like who called me. Like,
the first thing I was thinking about was to call the ambulance. And so we called the ambulance, and they came and brought me. I was in there throwing up, and like they were just going so slow, and I was crying, I was throwing up. I was like, can you guys hurry up because I know something's not right. And when I was in the ambulance truck, they didn't put on like a blood pressure cuff. They weren't checking like my vitals or anything. They just brought me there. And so as soon as we got there, as soon as I got there, because I was in there by myself, they were trying to find like the baby's heartbeat with these monitors. And then the first nurse, I was thinking like, okay, she must be new because there's no way there's no heartbeat.
Right.
And then, or like, there's no way you can't find it, because usually you just put it on there and you just got to move it around and you'll find it. And she couldn't find it, and so she was like, well, I'm going to have another nurse come in and try to check. And I was just like, I just knew something was not right. And so then the other nurse came in, and she put it on there, and she was like, I guess my, her heart rate was really, it was getting lower and lower. And so, like, she must have pressed that there's, like, this red button inside the hospital. Like, it's like not a panic button. It's just, like, an emergency button.
It's right underneath, like, blue code. Like, if you're at the hospital, like, emergency, it's right under blue code.
So they pressed that button, and all of a sudden, there's, like, tons of doctors came rushing in. And they're like, we have to go. And I'm like, we have to go where? Like, I was just crying because I was like, what's happening? And she's like, we have to have emergency C-section now. We have to get your baby out so you guys can both be okay, because, like, this is a life-threatening situation right now. Like, it's going to harm you and your baby if we don't get your baby out now. And so
Right.
I was just crying. Like, I was like, can I call somebody first? Like, can I do this and that?
And when she was saying call somebody, she was, like, asking if she can call me.
Yeah. And so then I ended up calling his friend, Kevin.
Because I think she tried to call me, but it was really late, and I didn't.
Yeah, it was
hear
like
the
4 in the
call.
morning.
Yeah, she tried to call me, but she couldn't keep trying to call me because like she had to
yeah.
be in the middle of a emergency C-section.
So I was calling
So
you.
she called, and then go ahead.
And I went on Facebook, and I seen that his friend Kevin was online. So that's the first person I called. I called him, and I was telling him, like,
And this was like 4 in the morning. Like
it was
like
4. It ended up
5
being
in
like
the
4 because I had her at 5.
morning. Yeah.
And so it was like 4, and I was telling him, like, I'm about to have the baby. Like, can y'all please blow up Glory? Let him know that, like, I'm going into emergency C-section right now. And, like, I didn't explain nothing else, and I just hung up. And then they took me back, and, like, I still was like, can I get my phone because I wanted to try to keep calling Glory to tell him, like, I'm about to have the baby. And they're just like, no, we have to, like, it's time to go. And so they just started hooking me up to all this stuff. There was a man next to me. He was telling me, like, I'm going to be here with you when you wake up. I'm going to be right next to you. It's okay. Like, he was just telling me it's okay. And then there was another nurse, and she was telling me, like, when I count down from 10, like, you're going to be asleep. And I was just, like, still freaking out. And I was telling them, like, before you guys, like, do it, can you guys call? And I read off his number, 651, da-da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, like, I was asleep. And after that, like, they were doing the surgery and stuff. They took her out. And
Then at the time, like I said, like
Yeah, you
my
could explain
homeboy
during that time.
named we call him Sosa. I ain't gonna Sosa. I called him. I think he had called me like, I don't know how many times he called me, but last time when he called me, I answered. I said, "What's up, bro?" I was asleep. I knew something wasn't right because I'm like, bro, blowing me up. Number one. Number two, like, I see I had other missed calls from her and like
Yeah,
from her,
'cause I think-
and number three, it's late, so I know something got to be going, something not right. You know what I mean? So he called me. He told me, bro, Melissa, she's gonna have a baby. I'm like, what? Did she gonna have a baby, bro? No, she's not gonna have it. I think he said she had her baby because I think at the time that's when you had her, right?
Yeah, no, I called him before I was going back. But like Zeta, I remember Zeta was telling me that when I was on the phone, they couldn't understand what I was saying to them, and so they were thinking
Because
like,
you probably off a lot of medicine.
no, I wasn't even on any medicine yet. I was just crying like and screaming because I was telling them like I'm about to go in and have the C-section.
Right.
And then when I was telling them that, I remember him saying like he thought I said something about I did something to the baby. That's what he was saying. He thought I had said. I remember Zeta telling me. And so then, what else were you saying after that?
No, I was just saying, like, he was calling me. When he called me, I was just, I was like, for real, I was just shocked. Like, I don't know what, a lot of things was going through my head at the time. Like, my heart was beating fast. I just had jumped out of bed, hopped in the car, rushed to the hospital. The good thing is, too, I was, like, only, like, what, a couple minutes away from the hospital. I wasn't too far from the hospital. So when we had, yeah, just keep going, then I can just say, like.
And so then, and when I woke up, I don't know, I remember my mom, she was right next to me. I remember Zeta was there, and then, I don't remember if were you there right when I woke up, or did you get there, like, a little bit after? I don't remember really much about that part, but I remember them coming in and telling me, like, this is what happened. When I was in the recovery room, they came in and were talking to me, and I was just like, where's my baby? Like, I was just freaking out and yelling at them, like, asking them, like, where's the baby? Bring me the baby. And they were trying to explain to me, like, your baby's really sick, and, like, we're not able to bring her in yet, but when we're able to bring her in, we'll bring her in. And I just remember me crying and just, like, I was in so much pain because I just had the C-section, and so I was just all over the place.
Yeah, and at that time, I think after, like, right after they gave birth to Honesty, that's when I had got there. And as soon as I had got there to the hospital, like, it was just, man, I just seen everyone was in separate rooms. But when I first walked in, the doctor said, "Oh, are you Honesty's dad?" I said, "Yes, I am." But I think they didn't know Honesty was her name at the time. I'm just saying it, But yeah, so yeah, I came in. They said, "We want you to come see the baby first. This is the baby." At the time, they didn't want her to come see the baby because she just had an emergency section. She was really sick. And she had, what did you have too?
I ended up having preeclampsia.
Yeah, she had preeclampsia. She was just really sick. So then, so I went in there seeing the baby. I knew something wasn't right because, like, they had put the breathing tube down her. So when she was born, they had to hurry up, put the breathing tube down her because she wasn't getting enough oxygen. She wasn't breathing much. I'm gonna let her tell y'all, like,
yeah,
like what happened and, like, why she wasn't breathing much and all that.
And so after, it must have been after they got the breathing tube in and stuff, they brought her in. When they brought her in, though, she was in this isolette, like, closed in. And I was just looking like, what is going on? Like, I was still so lost. Like, why is she in there?
And they wasn't telling her, like, at the time, like, what was going on.
Because they still were trying to figure out.
And they really wasn't telling me what the heck was going on. They were just telling me, like, they just wanted me to see the baby. They just wanted me to be by her. They weren't really telling me what's going on, what was wrong with her. And I was mad. I was freaking out. I was cursing them out, like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on with her. They're saying, we can't tell you guys much. We're still trying to do tests. Yeah. All we know is she needs to hurry up and get rushed to Children's Hospital at the NICU.
Yep.
And when she was born, she went to a hospital called not Children's Hospital. What was it called? Regents.
We're at Regents first.
Regents, and that's the same hospital we had Case in. So yeah, so.
They didn't have a NICU at Regents.
Yeah, so they had.
Well, they have a NICU, but they don't have like the stuff that they needed for Honesty.
Right.
The high tech NICU, I guess.
Yeah, so they had to get her rushed to the Children's Hospital, and then they wanted me to be with Honesty because, like, I know she was with, like, her friend Zeta and her mom. So they wanted somebody to be with the baby. So I said, yeah, let me be by the baby because she needs her dad right now. She needs one of us right now. You know what I mean? So I hopped in the ambulance, went out to Children's Hospital with her. She was still at Regions because they had a. She was mad. She wanted to go too, but she couldn't. So
I couldn't even go. No, I'm awake.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I couldn't even get up. I couldn't even when I had to wait like until nighttime for me to actually go down.
Yeah, then they finally there's another hospital over there. They have another mother baby center over there, so they transferred her in the ambulance from Regis Hospital to United Hospital, so then she can be with Honesty. So then we can just all be together. So then she can be, because she couldn't even leave. Like, she still had to be like in the recovering area in United because she was still sick. So it was good that she was able to be in the same building as Honesty, and we were just all in there together.
So I want to stop real quick and go back. So my placenta disconnected from her, and so with all that, why I had preeclampsia is because my blood pressure had got spiked up somehow at night when I was at home, and so that's what caused me to go into labor and caused her to come out with all the stuff that is wrong with her, which we're going to explain.
Right.
And so, like he was saying, when they had transferred him over to Children's with Honesty, I'm going to go back again. They had brought her into the room, and like I was saying, I was just so lost because I wasn't expecting her to come in the room like that. And so I was just crying, and they just kept telling me, like, you can't hold her yet because she has to go over there. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, we
didn't know what was going on.
We didn't know. We didn't know at all.
Honestly, she was living in the NICU or nothing. Like, that's why they had to hurry up and get a rush to children at the NICU, because those are like that's like where like every kid that was born early, or every kid that has any type of issue like Honesty had, anything, it's a nice hospital, good doctor. So they had to take her and bring her over there, her up and rush her, so then like the really high-tech doctors can take a look at her and really know like what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what I remember is, after all that, my sister and Shayla, my sister's old best friend, they were there with me when Glory left. I couldn't eat myself. They were feeding me. They were taking good care of me. Zita was there. My mom was there. And then, anyways, after like 7 hours, they ended up transferring me over to United.
And then when I got there with Honesty, I couldn't even like go in there. Like, they had me in the lobby in the NICU, and I'm just still like, I've been here. I was in the lobby for like 2-3 hours, just freaking out, crying. I'm like, what is going on? Like, they saying we can't bring you back there right now. They're trying to get everything set up. They're trying to, you know, that you just can't see her right now. You know what I mean? Which is just messed up. Like, y'all trying to tell me that I can't see my daughter, and knowing like I'm her dad. Y'all told me to come all the way over here, and like I just got to sit in the lobby. Like, what are y'all doing that I can't see? Like, what y'all doing with my daughter? You know what I mean? She needs me right now. Let me be by her side. They weren't really, you know, accepting that. So I was just in the lobby waiting. And then
I think it was because there was a lady that every time I go to Children's, I stop by there, and she was telling me like she just felt so bad.
She felt bad. She was talking to me because, you know, I was in the lobby by myself. I was by myself.
He was there for like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, just waiting there, and then finally, like, my mom had came, and then just like a lot of my family just started showing up, being with me in the lobby, and finally they said, Glory, you can come back there and be with your baby. Then as soon as I came back there, like, she was just hooked up to so much stuff. And here's a picture right here. So this is what she was hooked up to whenever she was when I first walked in there. That's everything she was hooked up to. She had the breathing tube down on her. She just had so much stuff on her, you know what I mean? And it was just freaking me out. And then, like, at the time when I'm in there too, she was telling me like, whenever her mom gets to be able to come down here, you guys need to make a decision if you guys want to keep her or not. Or not even that, they were saying we don't think she's gonna make it. That's all I was hearing for the first month we were at the hospital. Because not for a month, I'm gonna say for the first like couple weeks, because we were in the hospital until February 26th. Actually, like, it's crazy because she left on my birthday. which is just crazy. Like that was like a big gift for me, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna get that. I'm pushing it way too high. So let me just bring it back. So yeah, at the time she was yeah, they're just telling us like we don't think she's gonna make it. We don't think she's gonna make it. You know, just it was just crazy, just telling us like how much stuff I don't know. It was just crazy. Like
they were already trying to get into stuff that they didn't even know 100% that she was gonna need or not.
Right, and then like.
And there was also doctors that were saying like there was a doctor that would predict the future and tell you this and that, and then there's another doctor that says like I'm not gonna tell you because there's miracles that can happen.
Right.
And so then, yeah.
And when my family came, like you know, my dad's a pastor. I think I told you that before. So when he came, like he brought some other pastors that we were just praying like for a good week. We were just praying everything can go well, praying miracles will happen. At the time, like they were telling her like she was already sick. She was already going through so much. She had the emergency C-section. And like at the time she was like messed up, and then the doctors like even making it even worse, telling her we don't think your baby gonna make it. And at the time she couldn't even be in there, and they were telling her that from a whole nother room. So I thought that was like messed up. So she was going through it. So the stuff they were telling her, like she couldn't even like really take that in, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't either, but I was telling her like doctors tell you anything. Doctors, they're not God at the end of the day, you know. Miracles happens, you know what I mean? While you're in here, we have to have faith. You have to think positive, you know what I mean? And I kept continue telling her this for like over and over and over again.
For like that whole month.
I'm like, something good.
January.
Yeah, like how it started, it was bad, but I was saying like something good gonna happen, you know, a miracle gonna happen. We just gotta be patient, let God do his work. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Like, I don't know, it's just something just like, maybe because I was already going through so much. And they're telling me so much stuff like she's not gonna make it. She's not gonna talk. She's not gonna be able to walk. She's not gonna be able to be a normal kid, which I think she's normal, no matter what.
She just got her own ways,
with
and it was
her.
This is like when we was in the hospital. Y'all don't know like what we were going through, like what I was going through, like what I was saying to them, how mad I was, how I was getting into it with so many doctors. It was just so messed up. Just the stuff they were saying, it was just so messed up. You know what I mean? And like we said enough about what the doctors did, and you know, and if you don't understand like how they are, and I know probably you guys that are watching today, you guys have experienced like something that you guys went through with a doctor, like a relative. You know how doctors are, they saying they don't think this, they don't think that, and a miracle happens, you know what I mean? So y'all know how that goes. So we're gonna get back into the story, because even me like talking about the situation right now, really like it's emotional and it's just messed up, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like it's just crazy how she's really here with us today. So I don't want to talk too much about what the doctors were saying, because it's just so messed up. But
yeah, and then like he was saying, every day they had to like tell me that a miracle's gonna happen, like it's gonna be okay. But for some reason, something in my head was always telling me like she's not okay, she's not gonna be okay, she's not gonna be okay. Because the doctors, they were also in my ear, and like I'm sorry, but like his family is like really what religious?
Yeah,
Christian, and so they believe, they have faith. And then like I never grew up in a household like that.
And at the time, like she didn't have it at the time. And I'm gonna say one more thing. So basically, like when we weren't around, like when she was in the room by herself, doctors would like get in her head and like, you know, just play some type of mind games with her, saying like, oh,
it's okay. Like
no, not saying it's okay. Saying like she's not gonna be okay, and just saying a whole bunch of weird stuff, like just bringing her down. You know what I mean? Knowing she's already down. Just trying to get her to make like they're basically telling her the decision to make, but not physically telling her to do this. You know what I mean? Just getting to her head, telling her that it's not going to be okay, telling her that the baby's going to be hard to deal with. I don't know, just saying so much stuff. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy, because they would try to tell me like, I don't know, they would just try to. Like manipulating, but at the same time it's not, because I guess some parents do decide to go the other way, which I kind of do understand why they do choose that, because Like, if I didn't have no support, I don't know what I would have done without Glory and his family, because, like, they really did uplift me, push me to have faith, and just always, like, comfort, always to believe that, like, there's something good that will happen. Yeah. Even if it's just the smallest thing. Like, we never thought she would open her eyes. And after, like, 2 weeks, she opened her eyes when we gave her a bath.
But then, like, at the time we were being there, we were praying, being positive. She was getting better, you know. We were just having faith, you know what I mean? Praying with her, even going into the room with honesty, playing some Christian music and all that. Yeah. She started to get better each and every day, each and every day, each and every day. She was getting better and better and better, you know what I mean? And then it was crazy because finally one day, I was asleep there the whole time. I was asleep there. I was there every day. At the time, like, I stopped working. I just stopped everything I was doing in life. I was there until January 10th, until on my birthday. I never left the hospital. Not one day, I never slept out. You know, I was with her throughout the whole situation. And I felt like even during that time, that brought me and her closer, and that brought me and her family closer, and it just brought us all closer, you know what I mean? And it was just like, it's like, still till this day, it's like everything happens for a reason, you know? Like, it's messed up that it happened, you know? God wasn't, like, it's not like he did it on purpose. And it's like, at the time I was mad at him. I'm like, why would you do this to me? Like what was going on, you know what I mean? And as we were growing, as we were becoming closer, my family with her family, or my family with her, it was just crazy, like the type of relationship we were having in the hospital. It was just the prayer. It just felt like she knew my family for years, you know, just in the moment we were there, you know what I mean? Because that's how my family is. Like, they're just so friendly, you know what I mean? It was just so crazy. Like, boom, a couple weeks later, boom, they wake us up. They tell us, we have good news for you. Honesty was able to take the breathing tube out. She accepted that, you know. She tolerated us taking that breathing tube out. So the day we heard that, it was just like, we were all in. It was just a miracle. We were happy. So happy. We were praying. But at the end of the day, they would tell us, like, what she might need in the future. Like, she's gonna need, like, a G-tube, and I'm gonna tell you guys what a G-tube is, and I'll put the picture up and all that. So she was showing us, like, what a G-tube is, letting us know that she might need a trach. She might need one further in the future, telling us that, you know, that she had fluids in her brain cells, meaning, like, the fluids are, like, basically taking over the brain cells, that's telling her, like, how to, you know, how to move, talk, how to be, like, you know, just how to be, like, you know, like what I'm doing right now. Like, she's not gonna be able to talk, she's not gonna be able to walk, she's not gonna be able to do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And at the time, I was like, okay, that's fine. However she is, like, in life, like, no matter what, she's always gonna be with us, you know? We knew what we were putting ourselves through when we said we want her. We want to take her home. We want her to still be here. No, we don't want her just to pass away. No, we want her here. We know what we were putting ourselves through. And I feel like even when I had my daughter, like, it's just, she changed me, you know, as a man, made me become a better person in life, you know? At the time, like, I was just doing me. I was just doing dumb stuff. I'm not going to get into details. I was just a dumb person at the time, you know, just doing whatever I want. And when I had honesty, like, she really changed me to be a man I am today, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy just how everything works. I never would think you'd come on YouTube with me. It's just crazy how just everything works in life, and it's just crazy how, like, they're saying, like, she's not able to do this and that, and just basically saying, like, if you have a brain injury, there's no medicine to cure that. That's something she'll have to deal with forever, you know what I mean?
Let's go back a little bit too, because we didn't really explain, like, her diagnosis, what she has.
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead.
You can finish what you're saying, though, my bad.
No, go ahead.
And so, like, we're just going to go back, because we were getting more in depth of, like, what was going on in the hospital.
It's just crazy. We're trying our hardest to take it step by step, but it's so hard, because it's like when you talk about one thing, you want to keep talking about it, you know what I mean? Because it's just, But yeah, I was saying let's just go back a little bit and talk about what they did end up telling us about
like what was wrong with her.
Right.
And so they said that due to the placenta disconnecting from her, we don't know how long it was, but it was disconnected from her, which made her miss out on like oxygen and nutrients, and that's what causes a brain injury. And so she was born with a brain injury, and the brain injury was very severe because like they needed to do a little bit of, I believe they had to do a little bit of CPR on her when she was first born.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I didn't get the chance to see that, and like, even till this day, I just wonder, like, I felt like you guys did something wrong on your end. You guys did something that you probably guys didn't mean to do. That's what I feel like, because personally, I wasn't in there at the time. I was on my way out there, you know what I mean? And at the time when I got there, she already had the oxygen in there. She was just already, like, you know what I mean? She was just already, you know, dealt with, like, ready to get transferred to Children's Hospital. I just feel like till this day, like, they did something that we don't know, that, I don't know, I just feel like they made something worse, you know what I mean? Because I know sometimes I heard, like, if you do CPR on newborns or like a kid, you know, for not a lot amount of time, that's messing up it's just messing up their what do they call that?
I think it's the rib cage.
Yeah, rib cage,
like
which can affect, you break their bones in there, and it can affect their brain.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know, but it's just at this point, it's like
we don't really know what happened.
We don't. At this point, it's like we got to move forward in life. We can't move backwards. We can't just keep thinking like what this happened, because it's like, to us, it's like the story will never come out. So we have no choice. We just have to live our life. We just got to continue doing what we're doing as parents, you know what I mean? Because us thinking about that just going to bring us more down, you know? So it's just like, we just got to keep going. So, yeah.
Yep, and...
Were you done talking about the diagnosis, or you're still talking about that?
Yeah. So she's born with a brain injury. She has, like, epilepsy, and that's the tightness of, like, the muscle tone. And also can cause like seizures, but we haven't seen any seizures for a while.
Yeah.
And then she G-tube dependent.
Yeah, and the G-tube, if you guys want to know what a G-tube is, this is a picture of her G-tube, an actual picture of her G-tube right here. That's what a G-tube is, basically. She can't eat nothing by her mouth, by her own, because if she does, she would choke. So she has a G-tube in her stomach that's basically helping her get milk and like just help her eat. So it's basically going to her stomach. So
yeah, so she has that, and then she also has
you
like she's
even
also
talk about the trait, because
okay,
that's like something
she's also like not mobile. She doesn't like, she needs help getting up, and she needs help like sitting up. She needs help like if we want to put her to like stand up, she needs help standing up. Sometimes actually we can like put stuff on her tongue and she'll taste it and like swallow it a little bit, but like we can't put something full in her mouth because she doesn't really know what to do with it yet.
Right.
So we're trying, well, hopefully she'll be able to learn. If not, she doesn't.
Yeah, but at the time, like, it was awesome because, like I said, like, I feel like that was a gift for me. Like, on my birthday, she went home. That was a big present for me, you know what I mean? I didn't do nothing on my birthday. I was just happy that she left the hospital. I was happy that she was able to be in the car with us, just that ride home. I was happy that she was able to go home, you know what I mean? Right. With us, it was just awesome that it was just awesome how everything worked, and it happened on my birthday. Like, she's getting discharged on my birthday. I didn't do nothing that day. I was just so happy. I was just so exhausted too. Like, I slept at the hospital for a month. It wasn't comfortable. I had like a lot of back issues and this all at the time because just sleeping on the couch every day. And then, but at the time, I think we stopped sleeping on the couch when they were in there. They have like a type of, it's called Ronald McDonald or something.
Yeah.
It's like a place where we can sleep in there, and then it has like beds and all that. It was comfortable and all that too. So. And
then, so like like he was saying, she started off with the breathing tube, and she was on like the highest ventilator. Like the ventilator was like, it was like a train. Like it was just so loud. Hopefully we could, if I see a video or a picture, we could try to put it in, but I don't remember if we have one or not. And so then another thing is After she got done with the breathing tube, they put her on something called CPAP, and it's this elephant trunk thingy they put over your nose, and then like it helps you breathe. And then they put her on high flow oxygen, which is this nasal cannula one, and then they put her on low flow, which behind his face. They put her on low flow, which is what she ended up going home on. Was how many liters of oxygen did she even go home on? I don't remember.
She went on like I think 2.
Yeah, I think it was 2. She ended up being able to go down to 2 liters of oxygen. So basically, when we went home, she only was on oxygen and had her feeding tube, and that was the only 2 things I had to really do with her.
Yeah, and at the time, she didn't have to go home with no trach or nothing.
Hungry, Dada.
Yeah, he's hungry. Yeah, and at the time, we didn't have to go home with like no. She didn't have to go home with no trach or nothing. So
probably wondering like.
You can talk about like whenever she needed to
Which
get
one?
on it, get on the trach and all that.
I can start talking about it right now.
Yeah.
And so, like as time went on, because you guys are probably wondering like, so when did she need the trach? So as time went on, around like October of this year, she needed the trach because we ended up, I don't know, she ended up having like this breathing, like it was real squeaky, but I don't remember if it was during the
It was
time
a little
when we got
squeaky at
sick.
first, and then at the time it just started to get worse.
Because we did end up getting sick. We had COVID in October. And I was saying, like, I don't know if that's what made it get worse. You think? He's trying to focus on the baby, guys. But anyways, it got worse. And so then we were using CPAP again to try to... Oh my goodness.
This boy just pooped. I think that's why I felt it on my hand, boy. What's wrong with you, boy?
Okay, so we were using CPAP for a while, and it was like opening her airway, helping her to breathe. But she was still like making a loud noise when she would breathe. And so then she needed to like be back at the hospital. So she went back to the hospital. And there was a time when they were telling us like she was really sick and she needed the CPAP to help her breathe. And so when she was in the hospital for that long period of time, she was on like different medicines that were making her like sleepy and stuff. And they were telling us like we should have her on like the hospice plan, like just saying like if something was to happen to her, then
And
that
this is
would
like
be
when
how.
because she had caught COVID again, so she's been through a lot too.
No, this is when she was on that CPAP. Remember?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you're talking about when she got sick, when she had COVID.
No, I'm talking about after. Remember she was on hospice, and then they were telling us like she wouldn't be able to make it.
Oh yeah.
And everybody came to the hospital to see her and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so after that, we just weren't listening to anything they had to say or whatever, and so we just had kept her on the CPAP. And then after like a few weeks, we started talking about like moving forward with the trach. And then they were telling us like with the trach, it's not gonna help her. Like she's gonna need a ventilator and all this other stuff. And they were telling us that like the trach doesn't help her brain injury. And we're like, okay, well we know that.
Obviously we know that.
It's gonna help her be able to breathe though.
All right.
And so then, like Lori, he was still trying to tell me like just still have faith, you know. And for some reason, I don't know, like I just, for a certain amount of time, I started to feel like, okay, maybe we are doing too much to her. That's not really helping her. Like maybe we're putting her through too much. But at the same time, like she's surviving through all these moments.
She's basically showing us like I'm still here, like still do something. I still want to be here with y'all. So
Right. And so then
I'm like, so we just, all right, we gonna do what we gotta do then, man.
And so we ended up doing the trach, and they're telling us like she's gonna need to be on a ventilator for the rest of her life.
She left the hospital. She didn't even need to be on no ventilator.
And 2 liters of oxygen.
Right, she's doing
That's
good. And she really don't
nothing.
even need to be on the oxygen.
Yeah.
Cause like she tolerates it when she's off it. Cause we're always taking her off it, like when we're in the living room, just take her on a walk, whatever. You know what I mean? She's just not in bed all day. With like other kids that have trachs, that are on the ventilator, they gotta be like in bed all day. Like the kids that are like on the ventilators and all that, not all day, but they have to be on more support. So yeah. So other than that, yeah, it's just we're just happy that she's able
to only have a trach, and we'll post a picture.
Yeah, so this is a picture. This is how the trach looks like, if you guys are wondering what a trach is and how it looks like and like what it is and all that. So that's a picture right there. That's how it is. It basically goes down her, you can talk about that.
It goes down her, I think it's like it's her, I don't even know how to say it. I forget what it's called, but it's like in her throat. Tube goes down her throat, and then like it's like bypass, cause like her airway was squeaky, and so like it bypassed all that squeaky stuff, and it helps her to breathe better.
Opens it up more. Yeah.
And so, we have like these suction kits. You guys probably seen me use them before, like on TikTok. So like in order to help her breathe better or get the spit out, I go down her trach and I suction and get all the spit out. Instead of like her being able to spit on her own, her being able to cough up that stuff, she needs support. She needs help getting that stuff out. That's also why she has a vest treatment, the treatment that kind of like shakes her up. Everyone was wondering what that was for. That is to help like shake up that mucus, get that mucus moving around to be able to come up when it's like really thick. And then also we have the cough assist that get hooks up to her trach, and like it like does 5 coughs, and then it brings up the mucus as well too. And so then those are the only 2 treatments that we have. And she also has a nebulizer treatment, which is like this regular nebulizer, and then it's a sodium chloride nebulizer. And those are basically just loosening up the secretions, making it easier for her to breathe, making it easier for her to just sound
suction
clear.
Catheters and all that.
Yeah, I already said the suction catheters. Yeah. Sometime we'll have to make a video of actually like us showing how to use the suction, how to open it up, because it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you guys know more about it. Other than that, the stuff she's on at home is she just like, so she just has a trach that you eat when she eats, and the oxygen whenever she needs it, whenever you want to put on her. But we just keep it on her when she's in the room. Might as well just keep it on her. And then she's on her, what do they call that thing? To check her oxygen.
She has a pulse oximeter.
Yeah, we keep on her just to make sure her heart rate and her oxygen is doing good. We really don't need to put it on her, but when she was first home, when she first got home, when she had her trach surgery and all that, we really wanted to keep it on her to make sure everything's good. When time goes by, it's like we see she allows it and then she's cool with it. So
or even
we
while
don't even need to use it.
Even while suctioning, sometimes she'll drop down a little bit, but it's not like too scary or anything. And then a question that everybody always asks, like, does she just lay in her bed all day? No, she doesn't lay in her bed all day. We had like there's times when like we'll both bring her out, and I was just recently pregnant, and so it was really hard on me.
We bring her out like when we're vlogging. We just try to keep her in the bed because it's easier for her just to be in the bed while we're trying to vlog and all of that. But like we're like throughout the whole day, like we don't keep her in the bed, probably just in the vlog. But just know, like we live like when we vlog, that's just like a couple minutes throughout our day, like 30 minutes through our day we vlog, so other than that, like throughout the whole day, weeks and months, whatever, she's not just in bed. She's always out.
Yeah, sometime we'll have to set up a video where you guys can actually see her out of bed.
And I'm gonna take her out too before I end this vlog. Just take her out so you guys can see how tall she is and just not see her in her bed. I'm gonna take her out. So
yeah, I can't really. But Glory, he has been doing a lot with her and holding her. And stuff, because I can't really pick her up right now and do stuff with her. But as soon as I start to feel better, like my scar and stuff, I'll take her out. And we can make some TikToks. Yeah, do a lot of different stuff.
But yeah, like I said, y'all, we gonna be on YouTube with a lot more stuff. We're gonna be on there a lot more. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope we answered a lot of y'all questions. Please like, comment, and subscribe. to our channel, turn that bell on. Please watch this video, watch this whole video, because I know y'all gonna really want to know what's really going on with it. And basically, if y'all hear me saying this from this point, obviously you already watched the whole video. So thank you for all people who watched all the videos. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so I just fed son.
I think he's trying to prove.
Yeah, he drank all that milk.
He's greedy, you guys.
Yeah, y'all, but yeah, so at the end of the day, like, when we first brought her home, like, it was hard to, like, take care of her, you know, but, like, it's just, like,
it's something that we get into this habit.
Yeah, it's just, like, it was hard at first, but just now, it's just, like, sometimes it can be hard, but it's, like, she's with us, so I'm going to do whatever I got to do for her. Like, I'm just, like, it's whatever. Like, this is my daughter, so I got to do what I have to do with her, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm saying, like, I have no choice. It's not like I'm saying I have to. I want to, you know. I want to make sure she's good. I want to do everything for her. So, yeah. So, other than that, it's awesome. We enjoy taking care of her. You guys probably see us a lot. It is a lot of work, but it's like,
it's not
when
hard.
it's your kid, it's just like, this is my kid. It's just easy. It's not that hard, especially when you've been doing it for years and months. It's just like, you know, it's cool. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for my baby girl. So.
Yes, I can't say sometimes it does get a little emotional because I just because, like, she's not able to do the stuff that we would expect her to do at the age, but at the same time, like, we take it in as this is just how God created her, and she always will be perfect.
That's just how she is, and it's cool. So, you know what I mean?
It is cool. I was just saying, like, sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Me personally.
Saying. Yeah.
And then also, we didn't really talk about it, but, like, when she first came home that first time, I was still staying at my mom's. And then, like, as a few months went on, that's when we finally got our own place.
Yeah.
And we were able to be together with Honesty. We were able to take care of her together.
Yeah, so.
It was really nice, you guys.
Yeah, it was nice, so.
To be able to be a family.
Yeah.
And, because I know it was probably hard on Glory because he wasn't really seeing Honesty too much.
Yeah, I was seeing her, but not like as much as I see her now since we're like all together. You know, since we got a crib. So, and at the time when we had Honesty, we were already about to get a spot. It's just like when this happened, it just slew us down. You know what I mean?
Because,
because what had happened.
Mm-hmm. And then also we were like right after we had her, the pandemic had hit, and so COVID had hit. Right after a couple months after February. It's okay.
What, big boy?
I can't say it. Yes, but if you guys, I don't know if you guys have any other questions, like anything you guys want to hear about, you guys could drop the questions. You guys can message us on Instagram, message us on TikTok.
Yeah, messages on Snapchat if you guys got our Snapchat.
Yeah, I only put his in there because I didn't want to add mine. Yeah.
But other than that, before we end this vlog, I'm gonna grab Honesty. I'm gonna show you guys Honesty, and then we're gonna be from there. So peace. We've got to go grab Honesty, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah. So this Honesty, y'all. I see she doing good. So she really don't order to be on her oxygen. She tolerates it. This her.
Hey, Peanut.
She happy. Before I take her out, she was smiling and all that. Other than that, y'all see she's good. You know, this is her today. We literally, like I said, it was kind of early when we woke up. We still got to take them a little bath. Mom got to do Honesty's hair. That's our hair that's looking all everywhere. Other than that, thank y'all for watching our video. We hope y'all enjoyed this video. We hope y'all enjoyed. I hope we answered all y'all questions. Y'all know this is my twin. Other than that, the Honesty family. We out.
We out.
Peace.